Okay, well, welcome everyone. My name's Tammy Waugh. As you can see, I'm in Red Deer, Alberta. I'm currently the secretary of the club and president-elect for next year. And very happy to see so many faces tonight. This is our fellowship assembly. We usually are here for an hour and we're excited to get going. So we've got a full agenda, so I'm simply going to ask you, see quite a few of you put your names up. If you would just simply state your name, where you're at, which club you're with, I guess, and where you're at. We'll go around the board here, and I'll start with Margie to my left.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Margie Boyens. I'm the president of the Rotary Club of Medicine Hat.
Great.
In Alberta.
Great. Tom Fletcher.
Hi, I'm Tom Fletcher. I'm from the Rotary Club of Sherwood Park in Alberta. Currently the foundation chair and secretary-elect for next year.
Okay. Neil and Robert, was it? I think your mute button's on.
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
It's Neil Lang and Robert Lang, both my dad being a longtime Rotarian since the early 60s. Wow. I am currently president of the Rotary Club of Edmonton. I'm trying to get my dad used to Zoom because it's really his first time.
Great.
Great.
That's awesome.
And it looks very complicated to me.
That's right. Okay, Dietrich, we'll move down to you.
Go down here.
Thank you. So, Dieter and Kit Brand, in the Rotary Club of Medicine Hat, under Margie as president.
We're followers.
Okay. And David?
Yes, David Barrett, president of the Club of Canada 1, and I'm in Cochrane, Alberta, just west of Calgary.
Elly and Romero.
Grandsons played hockey there.
We are Elly and Romero. I'm a past president of this club, and Romero was a member of, I forgot, Rotary Club of Osoyoos, British Columbia.
Very good.
We are in Mexico.
And John?
John Eberhard from the Rotary Club of London, District 6330. And I just am a lurker. I love to come into your meetings, and I'm past of a whole lot of things. Great to be here.
Great, thank you so much. All right, let's move down to Janet.
Hi, Janet Stead. I'm a member of this club, the E-Club of Canada 1. I'm in Georgian Bay, Ontario, and I want to say hi to Peter Edmonds because I see him from District 7010 right there.
Great. Okay, and Vicki.
Oh, I'm Vicki Woodfield. I'm a member of this club, Rotary Club of Canada 1, and I am in Guatemala because I run a charitable organization here.
Great. Sharon?
Guatemala.
Hi, I'm Sharon Blaker. I'm also a member of this E-Club, and I'm in Chilliwack, British Columbia.
Great. And Leslie, a new face. Where are you from?
Hey, I'm the president of the Rotary Club of Lillooet, BC, and we're a fairly new club, and I'm also a former charter member of the Rotary Club of Chase, BC.
Oh, very nice. Okay, well, Ingrid, since you're right there, we'll go to you.
Hi there, immediate past district governor of District 5370, and my home club is Rotary Club of Edmonton West. And while I have the moment, I'd like to congratulate this E-Club because you have been leading the way all these years, and many other clubs are trying to catch up with you now. So congratulations.
Right. Oh, thank you. And Graham.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Graham Calder. I'm with the Rotary Club of Nanaimo Daybreak. I met Vicki a number of years ago, and I volunteer at her project down in Guatemala. And, thank you, Vicki, for the invite. Looking forward to chatting and getting to know people better.
Great. And I hope I don't mispronounce your name. Is it Ihor or Ihor? Your mute button's on.
It's Ihor.
Ihor. Okay,
yeah,
there you go.
Ihor, the president of Rotary Club of Edmonton South, and I'm coming to you from Sherwood Park, where I reside.
Very good. Well, welcome. And then the next lady, surname Pike.
Oh, your mute button's
Your
on.
mute button's on.
Okay. Hello, I'm
Hi.
Eileen. I'm a guest, friends of Elly, and I visited Vicky this winter in Guatemala, and I'm in Ottawa right now.
Okay, very nice. All right, and let's jump down to Christopher.
Just about to take a sip of my beer.
Oh, don't let us stop you.
I wouldn't. Rotary first, service above self.
Yes.
I am Chris McBride. Joined Rotary in 2004 here in Freeport, New York, Nassau County.
Oh, very good. Well, welcome.
Hence the bandana, because I'm home from work. It's a very hot area with the virus down here.
Yes, it sure is.
I was a member of Rotary until July 1st when I failed to decide on what club to rejoin because our E-Club fizzled out, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in E-Clubs wholeheartedly and intend to join another one. I spoke with you guys months back, and my mother's health took a turn for the worst.
Okay.
So I spent the winter hunkered down caring for her. And the other fellow from my club, from the Rotary E-Club of District 7255, named Komakesh Charles from Uganda, has just recently been invited to join a club there, the Rotary Club of the CC Islands in Kampala.
All right. Well, we'll catch up with you after to.
Great.
I'm sure we can put a strong arm for our club as well.
I really need the. I'm fellowship starved. Thank you.
Yeah. Good. Okay, Judy. Oh, she.
Hi.
There you are. There you are.
Here I am, Judy Brown from, we're in Ajijic, Mexico right now. We'll be coming home on May 12th though. Air Canada is still flying from Mexico City to Toronto, so we'll get home somehow.
Okay.
Great to see old friends like John Everhart. Hi, John.
Great.
Hi, good to see you all.
How are you?
I am wonderful, thank you.
Do you recognize me?
I have a private message going out to Richard right now. Thank you, Richard, for that. I'll get back to you. Yes, who's that? It's Judy Brown.
Yeah, Buzz Harcourt. PDG Judy.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, nice. It's been too long.
Okay, well, let's move over to Stacy.
Hi, I'm here from Florida, and you guys are all complaining how cold it is. It's 90 degrees here.
Yes, don't rub that in, Stacy.
Good. Yeah.
And Eleanor, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. I am so delighted that you sent out this invitation to all of us to join you and see what E-Clubs are all about.
Okay, and where are you at?
I'm from Kitimat in northern BC, Canada.
Okay, very good. All right, and Betty?
Yes, Betty Skripnik from Sherwood Park, Alberta, member of the Glenora Club in Edmonton, Alberta.
Very good. And I thought I saw Peter Edmonds' name. Are you there, Peter?
I am indeed. So I'm Peter Edmonds, past president of, let me just make sure I'm not muted here.
No, we can hear you.
Okay. Right. So past president of Rotary Club of Sudbury, Ontario. Soon to be assistant governor of Area 3 in District 7010. I have a couple of folks on the line here with me. I see Richard Denton, and I'm pretty certain that Lee's is also on the line. Anyway, good to be here.
Okay, very good.
Considering, thank you.
All right, and let's go to, I saw Jeanette. Yeah, there she is.
Jeanette from Edmonton Mayfield, President. Thank you for the invite.
Oh, you're welcome. Good to have you. How about Richard Denton?
Hi, I'm here with my mentor, Peter Edmonds from Sudbury Rotary Club. And I'm now have moved up to become Peace Chair for our District 7010. So I'm trying to promote peace, and would like to, again, thank my mentor, John Eberhardt, who is the was the founder of the International Fellowship of Canoeing Rotarians.
Canoeing Rotarians.
All right, and Jim, our own Jim.
Well, welcome everybody to tonight's Fellowship Assembly. My name is Jim Ferguson, and I'm the DGE for District 5370. I'm a charter member and past president of the Rotary of E-Club of Canada 1. So welcome.
And I'd like to point out that Jim is the first district governor from an E-Club in our district. So, and I think so this is quite an honor. We've been pretty excited. So let me see, Donna, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Donna Barrett. I'm from the Rotary Club of Edmonton Sunrise here in Edmonton, and I'm DGN, so I'll be following Jim.
Thank you. Patrick.
Good evening. I'm Patrick McGuire. I'm a member of the Rotary Club of Nanaimo Daybreak. Graham and I are fellow Rotarians in Nanaimo. Great to see you here, Graham. And of course, we both know Vicky Horsfield very well. We have traveled to Guatemala on numerous occasions to help out with Vicky's projects.
Very good.
Meet her. And just shout out to David Werrett and a blast from the past, E.R. Crook. You may remember me from Sherwood Park, Alberta.
Great. Okay. Neil, you've been waiting a bit.
Neil.
Hi, Neil.
Actually, I've been on already. This is Neil again.
Oh, it's the same Neil.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Michelle?
Hello, everybody. Yes, I'm here. Okay, just back to see people I met on the trip to Guatemala, Vicky, and who else is there? Anybody?
Elly.
Anyway, from Kapuskasing, Ontario. Elly, of course. Elly invited me. From Kapuskasing, Ontario, and I'm here to find out a little more because I'm also on the district membership committee, and there may be some opportunities to get some clubs having difficulty with membership onto the E-Club. So we'll glad to hear about that.
Great. Jeanette.
Hi, Elly. Mayfield, yeah.
There she is.
Yeah, there she is. Hi, Jeanette, go ahead.
Hi, Elly. Thank you for the invite. I'm the secretary of the Rotary Club of Drayton Valley. Thanks for the invite. This is very interesting.
Very good, thank you. And Joanne, did I have you up yet? We're not hearing you there, sorry. Joanne, sorry, we can't hear you. Do you have you're unmuted, but maybe your volume's down. Try again.
Use sign language.
Yeah. No, can't hear you yet.
Move on to the next one.
No, I'll go on to Peter and come back to you, Joanne. So Peter?
Hi, I'm Peter Zeewin from the Edmonton Northeast Club, currently foundation president, and speaking to you from Edmonton.
Very good. Nosberto.
Hello, I am Nosberto Lu from Guatemala. I'm in Guatemala, a member of the Guatemala Norte Rotary Club, but most of my time I live in Ottawa. But I'm kind of stranded in Guatemala because of the situation, you know, but nice to see you. And by the way, this is one of the, how do you say it in English? One of the crowded meetings that I've been with you. 38 people. So
Very
nice.
good. Thank you. Okay, and Paul.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi there.
I am in Yellowknife. I am president of the True North Rotary Club of Yellowknife, although we're an E-Club now. I think like a lot of other clubs, we've become E-Clubs. We're doing our meetings on Zoom now. And it's great to see. This is like a rogues gallery of past and future governors.
That's right.
And, celebrities from Rotary, and great to see Dietrich and Kit, who we met on a train in Louisiana or Mississippi, and it might have been far, but I'm not going to say that.
It's a party.
All right, well, good. And Joanne, can we try you again?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. Joanne Hildebrand, District 5040, Rotary Club of Kitimat, and I'm a member with Eleanor, and I'm Secretary Treasurer.
Very good. And I see we have someone else joined us, and I believe you're the last to be introduced, Spencer?
Yeah, that's me. So my name is Spencer Gerlach. I'm also just guessing kind of what I have to do here based on the 15 or so I've seen already. My name is Spencer Gerlach. I'm the president of the Rotaract Club of Edmonton here in 5370. I'm interested in seeing just the e-club format applied in a Rotary perspective. We've been doing our meetings over Zoom for the last, I think, 3 or 4 weeks now. So trying to.
Okay, well, very good. Welcome aboard. So I think that's everyone. Has everyone had a chance to? Pardon?
Hi, Tammy.
Oh, Gord. Sorry, Gord and Kitty.
Yeah, Gord can go first.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Kitty.
Kitty.
Okay, Gord Lewis with the Rotary Club of Nisku-Leduc, Alberta. I'm the current international director, plus I'm the communication and website director. And I was a former member of the E-Club, the Rotary E-Club Canada 1. And I am in beautiful Manzanillo, Mexico, and it's only about 28°C here. That's plus, by the way.
Very good. Okay, Kitty.
Well, yes, thank you, Tammy. And welcome. It's so nice to see so many people here. I'm Kitty Butchko. I'm in Sarnia, Ontario. I spend my winters in Anguilla, British West Indies, and I'm back here now. And I had a comment, if you are seeing, now the screen is being shared, but if you see just a large speaker view and little thumbnails, that's the speaker view. You would like to see the entire group, 25 thumbnails per screen. So that's the gallery view, and that toggle switches up at the top right of your screen. So that you will enjoy the meeting much better if you see all of the 25 on each screen rather than a large speaker view.
Thank you, Kitty. And Stacy, I'm not sure if we heard from you yet.
Yes, you did. I'm down in Florida.
Right, you said that. Okay, very good. Just going by the last name. So is that everyone now? Great. Well, I'm going to turn it over to Elly, who's going to start our presentation tonight.
Thank you, Tammy. And we thought we would do introductions in 5 minutes.
Yes.
So many people. It's wonderful. Well, thank you to the monthly fellowship assembly of the Rotary E-Club of Canada 1. For those not familiar with the E-Club format, I'm going to give you a little bit of an introduction. E-Clubs.
I know, she's crying.
E-Clubs are like any other Rotary Club. The only difference is that our weekly meetings can be attended on our website. For board or committee meetings, as well as fun and fellowship, we meet via Zoom, as many other clubs are currently doing. We also get together in person when the opportunity allows us while traveling. Our motto is Rotary on Demand, when you want, where you want. This means that you can attend our weekly meeting any day, anytime, from any location via the website. The E-Way of experiencing Rotary offers the benefits of a Rotary Club with many added flexibilities. The purpose of a Rotary E-Club is to provide current, former, and new Rotarians who are unable to meet traditional Rotary meetings the opportunities to stay engaged, connected, and inspired through Rotary service and friendship. E-Rotary is an option for anyone who wants to be involved in Rotary service. An active member from a Terra Club, for instance, could apply to join us as an associate member. Our club was chartered on February 23rd, 2013 as the first Canadian e-club. We have members from several continents and several countries. We have shrunk a little bit in size since our charter because we believe that all active members must be involved and engaged and take on a position in our club. They're also required to attend regular meetings and are expected to donate to club projects and to the foundation. And of course, they must be willing to have fun. Charter Night was an unforgettable event conducted online with past, future, and current governors joining in from various parts of the continent. Amongst our members, we have several past club presidents, 2 PDGs, and the first Canadian district governor-elect from an e-club, of which we are very proud. And this means that our e-club will be hosting the District 5370 conference. Our e-club is regarded as one of the best ones of its kind for its variety and likeness of a traditional Terra Club meeting. We have had close to 50,000 page views with Rotarians and guests from across all the globe. I will get back to this map a little bit later in our program. We offer many opportunities for fellowship, about which Tammy, who did not introduce, oh yeah, did she? President-elect Tammy, calling in from Red Deer. She will talk about that more tonight. Our Zoom meetings are always educational and entertaining. We are a dynamic bunch, always eager to invite others to join in. Quite often we are asked how we do our service projects. Well, for this part, Sharon Blaker is going to tell us about our unique way of offering service above self in our communities. So we're going to have Sharon come on later as soon as I stop sharing. Take note of our website, please.
Whoop. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Elly. And welcome to our e-club, our e-club fellowship assembly, as we call it. Let's try to get this going. So our e-club service follows the 1989 Council on Legislation, which established Michelle and Sharon and her husband. So these two families, Northern and the Yukon, our DGE, Jim in Casito and Fort McMurray, and your other Jim in Whitehorse, supporting the local Rotary clubs with service above self and doing a little bit of service over the winter season. David, our current president, and his wife Sharon in Cochrane, Alberta, ringing the bells for the Salvation Army, and Tammy with her grandchildren in Red Deer, supporting the Salvation Army there, and also stuffing a bus later on. Here they are, stuffing a bus with food and dollars for local charities. Now, Keith from England is also a member, and he didn't send us a picture in, but he supports his Rotary Club. They've converted an old milk truck into Santa's sleigh, and they visit children driving around neighborhoods and collecting money for Rotary charities. And then we're back in Mexico with Judy Brown and Elly's projects in Mexico benefited from some TLC over the holidays. Judy and Ron transported boxes of items from Canada and helped at a senior center. Elly and Ramiro, along with 10 other visiting Canadians, sorted clothes, made Christmas presents, cooked food, and donated a speaker system to Project Amigo. But things have changed. What can you do in your communities? COVID-19 has made us aware of how vulnerable we are. There are many in our communities who are more vulnerable or in need? What can you as a Rotarian do in your community during this time? We feel our little bit of service project just fits the bill. Always use social distancing and sterilizing techniques. Home delivery, food, beer, prescriptions left at a door or in a garage. Homemade soup and other meals are always welcome, especially if you contact the parties to see what their favorite food is. CDs, be a lending library or just pass along if you don't need them back. In Chilliwack here, we have a Chilliwack Learning Society, and I've got 150 books in my garage, which I can distribute to families in need. Of course, cleaning them, making sure that the pickup is at a safe distancing, and so on. Baking. Who doesn't like baking or a treat? Can you drop them off to somebody? They can freeze it. Puzzle exchanges. I have a whole bunch of puzzles in my garage, which I've been exchanging to people because I normally take them down to BC Cancer, and they aren't taking them right now, of course. Or you can do the same with games. And flowers and plants are also welcome. These are just little bits of service that we as individual Rotarians can do in our community. What can you do outside? This is a great time of the year to be outside and help people out. Raking leaves, doing spring cleanup, mowing lawns, upgrading houses, painting. Who needs help in your neighborhood? Books, giveaway or exchange. And there's the old-fashioned writing a letter or sending just a quick note to somebody to say, how are you doing? A nice colorful card or a letter. A lot of reading is going on right now and libraries are closed. So what a joy to receive a book, a letter, or there's the phone. Pick up the phone and call somebody you haven't spoken to in a while and see how they're doing. And of course, we've always got our online virtual networks that we can connect with family and friends, just as we're doing here today. So just some ideas, folks, of things that you can do. We do not have to stop being of service during this time. There's so many small things that we can do with our neighbors and in our own communities and still believe in our motto, service above self. So enjoy the little things in life, enjoy discovering your little bit of service. I would now like to introduce Tammy, our president-elect from Red Deer. Take it away, Tammy.
Okay, Sharon, thank you so much. I'll just line. Okay, so one of the things that Elly has mentioned and Sharon did too was about fellowship. So how does RECCO fellowship? And in case you haven't figured out, RECCO is a buzzword we created for our name, a little easier to deal with. So how do we fellowship? Well, we start off, of course, by tonight, our RECCO Fellowship Assembly. We do these every third Tuesday of the month, 60 minutes, about 6 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time. We get interactive presentations from many interesting speakers on a variety of topics. We do classification talks with our members, quizzes, contests, and sometimes we just like a chance to fellowship with each other and tell stories about the different areas. As you've probably figured out, we're quite diverse. So the link is there. You'll also find it on our website, which we will refer back to several times. And the nice thing about our fellowship assemblies, if you can't make one, we do post them on YouTube. So simply go in and search for our name and you'll find some fun ones on there, especially at certain events of the year. We like to wear crazy hats and do some fun things. Another way is with our coffee chat, which we do every Thursday morning. It's about a 30-minute presentation. You just simply bring your, isn't even a presentation, I should say, just fill up your cup, whether it's coffee or tea, and come and join us. And we have a variety of people some of whom on this fellowship assembly tonight we see there. once COVID started and we lost a few other opportunities, we decided to come up with a RECCO happy hour. So we do it on Thursdays as well, because we find that those who aren't morning people like to come a little later with something a little stronger and have a fellowship at 5 o'clock, I'm sorry, on Alberta time again, Mountain Daylight Time. So it's another good way to join us. And then, of course, there are lots of other fellowship opportunities. We do pod meetings when we get together in Mexico, in Alberta, in BC, and Ontario, wherever we can. Rotary International Conventions, a lot of us have been to them. We try to connect, and a group of us actually went to the convention in Atlanta, and we rented a house together, and I'll tell you, it was a great 4 days together. I'm not sure how much sleep we all got, but it was a lot of fun. And then district events. Our district is very active. There are many training opportunities online. Long before COVID came along, we've done a lot of things like that. And we do spring conferences and fall conferences, so lots of opportunities. Tarot clubs when you're traveling. Most of us in our club move around a lot, so we all like to figure out which club we're going to go to. David, our president, has had some awesome experiences visiting other tarot clubs, as I'm sure most of you have. But for us, it's a kind of a different way to connect when we can. And then other e-clubs, meetings, events. Our previous president, Peter, was very involved in an association of e-clubs around the world, and they were meeting regularly to discuss common themes and ideas together. So our email address is showing there, our website. You can go online and find out more about us. You'll see it a few times tonight. So that's our part for now. And I'm going to ask Elly to talk about connections and collaborations.
I like the illustration.
Can't hear you, Elly.
Thank you, Tammy. Go to the slide here. There we go. The motto, service above self, explains the purpose of Rotary. That part we all understand. There are, however, other important aspects that keeps Rotary alive and strong. For more than 100 years, Rotarians and community volunteers have worked hard to help others through community service, locally or international. It's what inspires us. For many of us, this is why we join Rotary. Why we stay in Rotary, we also understand the importance of fellowship, which is another aspect that keeps our club strong. And for those who join us on a regular basis, you know that fellowship online can be just as much fun and effective as in person. And as Tammy explained, fellowship the E-way can be enjoyed in so many different ways. During the past 7 years, I have developed many friendships with people I have only ever met online. This is why I stay in Rotary. For many Rotarians, the networking opportunities have also been an important factor in their involvement in Rotary. It was in fact the main reason for a small group of business people to get together in Chicago in 1905 and hold Rotary meetings in each other's offices. Most of our members no longer network for business purpose, but they do network for Rotary purpose. We all have experience and expertise in some area. We have ideas, we have connections around the world, and we have computers. Combining all of those, we are able to further the ideal of service. This keeps our members motivated and our club strong. This is why we are successful. In order to be successful in all three of these components, a club must have enough members actively involved. Unfortunately, smaller communities and many e-clubs struggle with this and become an administrative club. I'm frozen. Rather than a service club. They get burned out they are not having fun. After a while, they throw in the towel, which would be a loss to Rotary, a loss to their communities, and to those who need their help the most. The Rotary E-Club of Canada 1 may be a small club, but it is a mighty club. It remains strong due to the commitment of the team, their actions, collaborations, and way of thinking. You may have seen us in action. How many people in your community do you know who are seeking purpose, such as the work we do in our Rotary clubs? How many want the opportunity to contribute to their communities and develop connections with others? Wouldn't it be awesome if you could approach all these people and say, how would you like to be part of a group of like-minded people across the country who network, have fun, and get things done for the good of Rotary?
Wave, nice.
The opportunity is there, and we invite you to do good with us. Earlier, I showed you the cluster map that our website develops. Our map shows us that we get visited on a daily basis by Rotarians from all parts of the world, and our numbers keep growing. Our club is growing, and we want you to be part of our journey. If you are interested in being part of a larger, stronger, well-established group of dynamic people and continue doing work in your own community or abroad under the name of Rotary, we invite you to form a partnership with the Rotary E-Club of Canada 1. This could be in the form of a satellite club or under the same name as you're operating now. Another option is to join us as an associate member. We have the knowledge. We have the connections. We have what you need, and you may have what we need. Let's collaborate. We need each other. If this idea appeals to you, we invite you to send us a message and we will talk about the possibilities. You can enter your name and your email address in the chat box below, or you can send us an email. Email address is on the bottom here. We will be happy to chat with you, each of you individually or as a group, to discuss your needs and ours. So while we're talking about connections, President-elect Tammy is going to tell you about a really exciting project that we are planning. Go ahead, Tammy.
Tammy, you're muted.
Sorry about that. I thought it had clicked off. So in keeping with the connections theme, before COVID became such a thing in our world, we have been talking a lot about connecting with other clubs and ways we could do that to further enhance everyone. And then since COVID started, another theme came to mind, and that was hunger. So we have an exciting new project that we've just in the beginning stages of, and myself, Elly, Sharon, and David are all part of the membership committee for our club. So this is one way that we're hoping that we can entice other clubs to join us in this exciting way to connect Canada. And it's about hunger. So we thought hunger can connect us all, because not only is it an issue now, but it's probably going to be a bigger issue as people return to their normal life, and with all of the issues that we're facing, hunger will be a big event. So we have decided to do this project to support hunger by connecting Canadians in our communities for other Rotary projects as well. We want you to stay tuned for more on this exciting adventure. We have lots to tell you about in the future. So as Elly said, you can send us your email address in the chat box if you think you might want to be involved with us, or keep watching our weekly meetings and bulletins to learn more. You can also simply go to our website and click on it, and any one of our names should be there, and we'll be happy to get back to you. So just to show you, if any of you are joining us for the first time, you can do a makeup with our club, and it's very easy. If you go onto the website at the top, it shows for member areas. Simply click on the guest attendance. It's a self-explanatory form, and we do welcome your donations. Our weekly meetings, we request a $10 donation. And if you feel inclined to support us in our efforts of all these projects that we're working on, we would love that as well. So thank you very much. And I'm going to turn it over to David now. And I should say, David is the current president of our club. He's a charter member of this club as well.
Is David talking? We can't hear him.
Must be muted.
David fell asleep.
Again. Okay. Play now. Sorry about that. It's my pleasure to introduce past District Governor Betty Scrapney. Betty's been a dedicated member of the Rotary Club of Edmonton Glenora for over 20 years and served as the Centennial President. She served District 5370 as its governor during the 2013-14 year. Betty served on many boards in both the corporate and nonprofit sector. Although an active businesswoman, wife and mother, it is Rotary that has caught her undivided attention. Betty currently is the director of the Rotary Foundation Canada and co-chair of the Government of Canada Global Grant Project. Betty, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, President David. What an honor to be here tonight. I just didn't know what to expect. And to see so many acquaintances and friends come online, what a gift. So thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me. It is a great honor to do a presentation of appreciation to one of your members, Janet Stade. There you are, Janet. And I was looking for you when the pictures kept popping up. Let me tell your guests, because I'm sure your membership knows all about Janet, but I'm sure your guests don't. So just let me tell you just a bit about Janet. Janet has been a Rotarian since 2005 and first joined the Rotary Club of Wasgago and area in District 7010, together with her husband, Dan. Janet spends her winters in Cuba, I understand, lovely sandy beaches, and her summers on an island somewhere in Ontario, which I also understand has a lot of water. Janet is self-employed and owns CTC Computer Training. She has served with her former club as president, treasurer, and foundation chair, and also at a district level has served as an assistant governor and the Polio Plus chair. So I can see that in 2018, this young lady came to this Canada E-Club, Rotary E-Club Canada, with a lot of Rotary experience. So tonight, the trustees of the Rotary Foundation and I have the honor to express appreciation to an individual who has made a substantial contribution toward the goal of international understanding and peace. And in doing so, she supports and honors the humanitarian and educational programs of the Rotary Foundation that make a difference in the lives of others. Janet Stead made contributions to the programs of the Rotary Foundation that qualifies her as a major donor, level 1. Let me describe to you, you ask yourself, what is a major donor in Rotary? Well, a major donor to the Rotary Foundation has those individuals, couples, non-Rotary affiliations, corporations, other foundations who contribute an outright gift to the Rotary Foundation. It could also be a cumulative gift. So as you contribute on a monthly basis or a yearly basis, over the period of years as a Rotarian, that can add up quite quickly. So the Rotary Foundation, regardless what the gift designation is, so it could be to the annual fund, it could be to Polio Plus, it could be to an approved global grant, it could be to an endowment, or it could be a compilation of everything together. There are 4 levels as a major donor. And the first level as a major donor is a minimum of $10,000 US to a maximum of $24,999. Let me take you to the 4th level, which is $100,000 to $249,999. And once you add that extra dollar, you are now an Arch Clump Society member, which interesting enough is we have several members in our District 5370. As a matter of fact, your Governor, Tracy Vavrick, and her husband, Vince, are recently Arch Clump Society members. Janet, as a major donor, you are among a dedicated group of humanitarians who have committed themselves to helping those less fortunate. This special group of persons who are changing lives of children, young people, and adults through a legacy of hope. In appreciation for this investment in the future of humanity, the trustees wish to express their gratitude by presenting you with this diamond pin that I am assuming you are already proudly wearing. You could also have a crystal, and I'm not sure whether you got a crystal or not, but it is a beautiful piece with your name engraved on it. And it depicts 2 doves bearing olive branches, of course, the universal symbol of peace. Your contributions enable the foundation to carry out an array of programs through Rotarians just like yourself online and Rotary clubs around the globe in your community and the global community. Thank you again, Janice Stade, for your generous support. My fellow Rotarians, please join me in thanking the most current major donor of the Rotary Foundation, your member, Janet Stade.
Maybe if Janet would say something, everybody can see her.
That would be lovely.
Hi. Okay. Hi there. I'm very grateful for Rotary. I've been in Rotary for 15 years. My husband introduced me to it. And I am thankful, very thankful for the opportunity of service, the opportunity of fellowship, and for the opportunity to meet the warm, thoughtful, and very special people that have come into my life through Rotary. And I just, it's a part of my life. Now, one thing I'd like to also mention is that it's really painless monthly bank withdrawals. I really like to tell people about those or about them or remind people about them. You can set them up with your bank. They're painless. You get a tax receipt at the end of the year. And lo and behold, one day you get a presentation like this and you've done good. So please consider that if you're not already doing it. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Tammy, back to you.
Back to me. Okay, everyone, that pretty much completes our evening of fellowship, and we'd encourage you to stick around now that we've got all of the presentation and everything over with. We'd love to stay in fellowship with you, so if you'd like to comment or ask questions, if you have to go, we certainly understand. We do try to keep it within an hour, but as you can see, tonight is an extra large group. So anyone have a question? Go ahead.
Well, I just want to thank you. It's been great to be in the presence of a bunch of dedicated Rotarians like yourselves. I'm looking forward to getting back to Rotary, and you'll be hearing from me again.
Great.
I've got dinner half cooked in the kitchen now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of late, so I'm going to say goodnight. But thank you again, and I look forward to hearing from you all. Thank you for everything you do for the global community and your own communities right there at home.
Yes, and stay safe in New York. Thank you, Christopher.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, Christopher.
Yeah.
You have my address.
Again.
Okay, take care.
Just a quick comment, Tammy. It's Gord Lewis again, and I won't spend too much time, but the favorite moment that I had when I was in the E-Club was, and Paul Falvel was a big part of this. We set up a meeting with the Rotary International president online.
Yes.
And there was members from all over the world, and Paul joined the president in
his office. Wasn't that exciting?
Illinois, and it was a great, great day.
That's awesome. Thank you for reminding us of that. Anyone else? And David, so nice for all of David's coming to the end of his term. He's been our president off and on for the last couple of years with other things that were happening within our club with illness and what have you. So he's a dedicated, as I said, charter member of this club and very supportive of everything we all do. He's pretty open to any ideas we come up with. So we really appreciate your support, David. It's awesome.
Thank you. Can I just mention, we've got another guest,
okay.
Serge Waugh. I'm not sure whether you're from, Serge, and Bryce Lambert's with us too.
Okay, very good, Bryce.
So Dieter, this is a moment from Dieter and Kit. We were on the train to New Orleans for the New Orleans Rotary Convention, and Dieter, we were heading into the club car, which had swivel seats, and Dieter grabbed a swivel seat just as the train swerved, and he swung around and landed near Paul, almost in his lap, and realized after they talked and recovered that they knew lawyers from Yellowknife, what happens with that in New Orleans or heading to New Orleans. And after that, it was magnificent. And then beyond that, another trip for us to Yellowknife. Paul was there when I had a food that a chef had some magnificent, I don't know, crazy birch oil or something in, and my body went, ooh, no. And Paul was there and was ready to do first aid, and then I recovered, but it was, so we're really tightly connected to him.
You are. Thank you.
I'm glad you cleared up the mystery about the train. All these years I thought it was a lap dance, Peter. So,
so how's your sweet daughter who's so clever and cool?
Oh, she's good. She's gone out now. She's been at my house. I'm sorry she's missing this, but she's got a boyfriend now, and so they're out physically distancing and walking.
Oh, they're both distancing and walking. Right.
To my knowledge.
Yeah, right. So tell her we're thinking of her because she is the smartest darn kid.
Oh yeah, she's wonderful. Yeah, I miss her.
Well, she grew up with Rotary, and so I guess it was raised by the village that was in part this E-Club.
Yes, absolutely.
Tammy, I had a question about the pods. You mentioned the pods, and I remember those from my E-Club days. How are those going now? Where are they, and how are they working?
Well, we haven't had any course since all of this started, but Elly's been having some pod meetings in Mexico. We have had them in BC, not so much lately either, because some of our regulars there are nomad. Doug is always traveling, and Alberta, when Elly flies in and out of here, Jean-Michel, one of our members, lives in a couple of our members, and David as well are in that area. I'm in Red Deer, so we try to get together whenever she's flying in and out of Calgary, which is quite often. So we do that probably 2 or 3 times a year. And yeah, it works out really well. It's a good way to face-to-face. Yeah.
I'm just off Highway 1 from Vancouver towards the interior. So I've had a number of guests stop in, and we've met for soup, lunch, wine, whatever. And we've had a few meetings that way as well, face-to-face. It's been fun.
Can I just jump in and just mention Serge again for those that haven't read the chat box?
Yep.
Serge is joining us from Accra East in Ghana.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Thanks very much.
Be in bed?
So a question for y'all who are north, not you. Lovely gardens. How receptive are the communities for those in the far north?
You're breaking up. We can't.
So in the far north or wherever, container boxes, what are they called? And so they're used, we believe, for opening up, creating growing areas for remote areas that will allow them to have fresh vegetables and fruits and stuff. Is there anyone who knows how effective they are and how welcome they are in the far north?
Well, no, I don't in particular. I know Paul can probably attest to this too. I lived in Yellowknife for a number of years as well, and I know a lot of our neighbors where we live, they used to grow their vegetables in old tires. They would make stacks of old tires in their backyard. I don't know if any of your neighbors do that, Paul. Paul's very much into composting and gardening. He can probably, he's showing you some.
No, actually not the gardening part. These are just some plants they're alive because I've only had them for 3 days. So I'm doing the composting part.
They've only had them for 3 days.
I mean, there's lots of potential for that sort of thing. I don't have direct experience in doing it, but it's. I mean, there were traditionally gardens all the way down the Mackenzie River to Inuvik. I say down because it flows down north, and there has been a bit of a resurgence in community gardens here, but don't know that Rotary's been directly involved yet. Maybe that's our next thing. I don't know.
Okay. We just had seen that there were successful projects using the old can, what are they? What they look like?
Cans. Sea cans, you mean.
Right, and they use them for all year round gardens, and that they were self-sufficient and people could, and once they made the products they could sell them, and so there was a potential for money making. Just a thought.
Yeah, I think you need to come back. You need to come back north.
Oh, you're so bad. You are so bad. Although Deer has every ensemble to wear for any kind of temperature in the far north. So he has a parka that would allow him to look like the sky, like Winnie the Pooh, so that he could hunt seals and not be seen.
Good.
But
it's Neil here in Edmonton, and I'm a gardener. Maybe I'll add to that comment, and I'll sign off here. But now with LED systems, which draw much less energy, you're talking about sea cams and putting in LED systems in the sea cams. I know some places where they've gone. I think it's Tukyatuk where they've barged into a warehouse and put in high density lights, which are kind of really energy hogs. It's actually a bit of a heating issue too for around the sea cam. So there's some challenges, but there's some, you know, I think it's worth looking into because the cost of vegetables up north is crazy, silly, expensive. But we're enjoying social distancing here in Edmonton. All the best, guys, in the future.
Thank you. Well,
I should mention too that, you know, in spite of the fact that we have 3 Rotary clubs in the NWT, the most northerly work in the NWT service work has been done by the E Club, because the E Club, you know, is active in the Delta, and none of the southern NWT clubs are, to my knowledge. Because it is difficult. It is difficult to do work in a northern community where you aren't based.
Yes.
Because it can be seen as an intrusion. You know, there are cultural issues, and so you have to be very sensitive about it. And so the E Club is the only Rotary club I know that's been successful in doing that.
So how can we support you? Is that a money support that would help, and you guys do the work?
Sorry, I didn't hear the question.
So my thing is, if you guys are successful, can we support you financially? Paul, can we support you financially? If you're
be the E Club,
what you're doing?
Yeah, it'd be the E Club doing with the Dolly Parton Library would be the way.
If you go to our website and Rotary Club Canada 1, and then there's a place to donate, or you could even monies that you can say it's specifically for the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, or you can just go on and do a meeting and make a donation, and that goes into our general funds, community funds. But if you want to make a specific, Janet looks after that. She'd love to see more donations. She's just got an 11th community. There's 10 communities now that we've been supporting with the Imagination Library. I think it's 300 children get a book every month, age appropriate, from age birth to the ones that sign on, then they get them for that period of time. And she just got Fort Providence now, the 11th community we've just signed on as well.
We just started. Actually, our May